So I turned 29 a few days ago, and I know that's not that old, but I feel like I've lived a ton of lives. And so I want to share with you guys some of the things that I've learned probably in the last 10 years, to be honest. And I know this video is really outside my norm of making jewelry videos, but I thought you guys would enjoy something a little different. And I love to share anything that I feel like can help someone else. So if you can take some of this and apply it to your own life, or if you already know these things and you just need to hear them again, here they are. I truly believe that everyone is creative. My entire life, I always thought that I wasn't creative or I wasn't good at anything. I never had any hobbies, never played sports. I couldn't draw, I couldn't sing, couldn't do any of those things. And it wasn't until I tried something that I found out that I could become good at it. And I realized that no one is just born good at something or creative, or no one's born with a talent, although some people are. You can learn anything. So if you want to be someone who can draw, you can teach yourself how to draw. You are creative. Stop saying that you're not. Just go try and learn something new. Stop expecting apologies from people that hurt you. I can't tell you how much relief this has given me in my life from people who have hurt me in the past, people who have hurt me in my childhood. When I was younger, I always hoped for an apology, and that an apology would make me feel better, or that I deserved an apology. But you don't. You don't need an apology to move on. You don't need an apology to feel better. Just move on. The hurt that people caused you is their own. That's their own problem. It's from their own trauma. That's their own issue. And just move on, because the odds of you ever hearing an apology is very, very low. But trust me when I tell you, you don't need an apology to move on and be better from those bad experiences. Don't be afraid of big life changes. If you know me, I joined the military right after I graduated from high school, and I feel like my life for the last 10 years has been one big adventure and change. And so I do know that this probably comes more naturally for me and for other people who like move a lot or experience change out of like force. But if you're someone who feels like stuck in your life, don't be scared of big change. The best parts of my life have come from all the big moves, the big career changes, the big life choices, choosing things that scare me. Don't be scared of big change, because those always bring the most exciting adventures and turns in your life. I promise. Don't be afraid to give people compliments. This is something that my mom taught me just by doing. I always grew up watching her compliment people and tell people that she loved their hair, and oh, I love your lipstick, girl, where'd you get that dress? Ooh, girl, I love your, my mom always gave compliments to people, and as a kid watching, I could tell it made her feel good to tell people those things, and then seeing other people's faces light up. And I do that naturally now. It's just, if I have a thought in my brain that I love someone's dress, or I love someone's hair, or you look so beautiful today, I will tell any stranger any positive thing that I think. I'm not scared. And it brings a lot of joy to my life. So definitely don't be scared to give people compliments. If you think it, say it if it's nice. It's okay to not go to college. I joined the military because I couldn't afford college, because I valued it so much. I thought I need to go to college to get a degree so I can have a good job, so I can feel good about myself. I put a lot of weight on an education, on how I felt about myself, and I spent a lot of years feeling a little bit less than because I didn't have a college education. I did end up getting my associates, but I pretty much tortured myself to get it. I not only joined the military to get an education, it all worked out and it's fine, but I did end up getting my associates, and I did it in the most stressful way possible. I was working full-time, I have a family, I was running this business full-time, and I was only getting an education because I was putting that on my own value. And I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish I would have just accepted the fact that you don't have to go to school to be successful, especially if it's not even in your future plan. I wanted to run my jewelry business full time. I wanted to, have this business, I didn't need to go stress myself out to get my associates. I was on a plan to get a bachelor's, but I ended up dropping it to commit to my business because it was impeding so much in my free time to grow my business. And I'm so glad that I did it. And now that I've put all my effort into my business, I have been able to run this full time, and I never could have done it if I wouldn't have put school out of my mind. So school is important, of course, for people who want to be a lawyer or be a doctor, and it's not important. But if it's out of your reach, there are other avenues of having a good job. You can go to trade school, you can get a certificate, you can just grow through experience, you can start a business, and dear God, please don't go into an insane amount of debt for education. Your kids don't care that they're in daycare. I remember so much mom guilt when I put my son in daycare, and honestly, he progressed faster because he was in daycare and around other kids. So don't have the mom guilt of putting your kids in daycare. Don't put too much thought into your age and marriage. There are so many opinions on when you should be getting married, what age you should be getting married, how long you should be dating. I dated my husband for 6 months and then we got married. There are people that wait until they're in their 40s and then they have the best relationship of their life. There are people who get married in their 40s or 30s and it lasts months or years. Never sit still in your life. Always do something that is making you better, whether that's being on a health journey or learning a new hobby or taking a class or getting a certification. Anything that makes you better. You may not know why you're doing it. Future you will thank you. Maybe there will be opportunities that come. Maybe you will transform your body. Maybe you'll become obsessed with your hobby and it will become your business. You just never know. I mean, enjoy your life, but just don't get too comfortable. Just keep making progress. Walmart allows you to order your groceries, so please just do it. I put it off for so long and I don't think I could ever go back. I hate grocery shopping now and I love ordering my groceries. I can time it to be there whenever I get home. Now I work from home. I can have my groceries here around lunchtime. It's so convenient. It only costs like I think $5 a month or $6 a month. Just do it. It's going to save your sanity. And also it'll keep you from going out to eat too much because you'll have no excuse to make dinner. Find a hobby that you love, something that you're good at and something that makes you feel good. I spent my entire life and the beginning half of my 20s not having any hobbies at all. And I can tell you, I've never been like a neat freak or nitpicky, but I can tell you that it bothered the crap out of me when people didn't pick up after themselves in the house. You know, just little nitpicky things I would notice because I had nothing else to occupy my time. I would come home and I'd see the dishes full and I'd be like, oh, no one did the dishes, or no one folded their laundry. Stupid stuff like that. And now that I have my own thing that occupies my time outside of work or is now my work, those things don't bother me anymore. If the dishes sit in the sink for a day or two, I don't care. We're all busy. If everyone's picking out of a pile of laundry, we're all busy doing things that we enjoy. And that doesn't mean live in a pigsty or anything like that, but when you have something that you enjoy outside of work, those household chores and stupid little things that people can get picky about start to become so irrelevant. I just really feel that it's so important that everyone has the thing that they enjoy doing outside of school and work. So find a hobby. When you don't know where to start, just start. Paralysis by analysis is a real thing, and thankfully it's not something that I've really ever suffered from. I more have always been, and I'm really grateful for it, someone who just jumps in. Even when I don't know everything or I still have tons of research to do, I will just start because I get excited about things. And I don't think I have ADHD, but I really do have focus problems. Maybe it is ADHD, I don't know. Just don't not take action because you're waiting to take a course or you feel like you need to have all the answers. You need someone to tell you all the answers. You don't. Just start. No one cares what you're doing in your life. It feels like eyes are on you at all times, but genuinely no one cares. Everyone's busy with their own life other than your mom and your sisters and your dad. They care, but they care in a good way, as in they're going to support you with anything that you do, but no one else cares. So do the things that you're worried about people judging you for, like being on YouTube, putting yourself out there, being on social media, promoting your business, whatever it may be. Don't worry about the cringe. YouTube was a lot to get over, but no one cares. The people that love you and care for you are going to support you no matter what you do. And then the people that don't like you and don't support you, why worry about what they think in the first place? Just do what you want to do. Only buy clothes that you absolutely love. Aside from your basic pieces like your white t-shirts or tank tops, whatever, only buy things that when you're looking in the store, you go, oh, I stopped buying clothes that I thought I could just wear on a daily basis, and I started only buying things that I absolutely loved. Even if I have no place to wear them, I'm buying them because one day I will. Use a phone case. I never had a phone case on my phone until Tom forced me to put an OtterBox on my phone. I think I was about 23 when I first put my first case on there, but everyone that knows me from childhood and early 20s, I was always the girl with a shattered screen, and I am not her anymore. You'd all be really proud to know that my screen has been intact since probably 23. I've been doing a good job. So just put a phone case on it. I know it's chunky, I know it's ugly, but it'll save you lots of money. Be honest about how you feel about certain people in your life. If there are people in your life that have made massive impacts on you in a positive way, if there are people that you adore and love and have certain things about them that make them special, tell those people that you love them, why you love them, how they changed your life, because you never know when they won't be there or when you won't be there. It's important for people to hear the good things that they've done, so don't be shy. Send the text, write the letter, make the phone call, and tell people how you feel about them. This kind of goes back to hobbies, but you can teach yourself anything. And I mean anything. If you can't afford the course, you don't need a course to teach you what you're wanting to know. There is YouTube University, Google. You can teach yourself anything through trial and error. Don't be scared to go the self-taught route, because that may be your only way. Life can always get worse. People say, oh, this can't get any worse. Yes, it can. Your life can always get worse. And I am a positive person. I know that life can always be worse because it has been worse for me. And I think that's easier to remember when you have gone through harder times. It can always get worse. So live in the moment and enjoy your life in every moment, even when you're in those dark times, because it can get worse. I know, I've seen it. So enjoy where you are right now, even if it's not so great. Find something to love about where you are, because it can always get worse. We'll talk about positivity later, but I'm not being negative, I'm just being honest. Don't look at other people your age as to where you should be in life. Everyone is on their own schedule, their own path. Just because you're 25 doesn't mean you should be married with kids. Just because you're 30 doesn't mean you should be married with kids. Everyone is on their own trajectory, and it has nothing to do with you. So go down the road that you enjoy. If you want to be all career in your 20s, be all career in your 20s. There is no right place to be at your age. There just isn't. Stop looking ahead for your happiness. I remember being younger and thinking, oh, when this happens, I'll be happier. When I make this much money, I'll be happier. When I live here, I'll be happier. No, you never know when those things are going to happen or if those things are going to happen. So you need to find joy in your life in the moment. And it's okay to look ahead and to have goals and to be excited about the future, but don't put all of your future joy or your current joy into those thoughts of, you'll be happier when. You are going to fail at so many things, like a ton of things. Don't look at it as a failure. These are all lessons and learning opportunities. I can't tell you how many things that I thought I wanted or that I shot for that I did not get, that I took as a failure when I was younger. And in the future, now I look back and I say, oh, that's why that didn't happen. Or if that would have happened, then this wouldn't have happened. So it's all about perspective. What can you take from the situation? What did you learn from the situation? What skills did you get from that job that you didn't want to have in that moment, but but you had to have. There's always something to take from every situation in life. It's never a failure. There's always something to learn from it. You can be a positive person or you can be a practical person. I personally find more joy in being a positive person. Even in negative situations, I always like to think of the positive side of things, the positive outcome of things. I know this can be insanely annoying to some people, but I have honestly trained my brain to automatically flip to the positive side, and it has made life so much more enjoyable. In my mind, why would I spend time thinking about all the bad things that could happen or all the bad outcomes that can happen from a certain choice or a certain situation when I could spend time thinking of all the good things? And then if something bad happens, then all I have to do is be like, oh shit, it happened, and I didn't spend or waste all that time thinking about the bad thing, if that makes sense. And that doesn't mean don't be prepared for bad things that can happen. You should always be mindful of bad things that can happen, but always expect good, if that makes sense. I always expect good things to happen, but I always prepare for bad things as well. So I hope that made sense. Just be positive. Be a positive thinker. Go with your gut on big decisions. You can ask advice from anyone, your best friend, your mom, and it's your choice if you want to take that advice or not. But at the end of the day, go with your gut, because you're the one that has to live with the decision. You're the one that has to live with the choice that you make. And 9 times out of 10, your gut's never wrong. Not everyone will like you. And this is something that I had to learn in my early 20s because I had a really good experience in school. I was friends with everyone. I've always been kind to everyone. I've always treated everyone the way that I wanted to be treated through my entire life. I've always given people the benefit of the doubt. I always try to have good relationships with people. And I think in the beginning, in my early years, I was a bit of a people pleaser. I wanted to make people happy. I wanted to make people feel joy. And I learned that not everyone will like you. You won't know why. As long as you like who you are, just move on. It's just, you can't win with some people. If you're breaking out as a grown-up, it's likely, I'm sorry, because of milk and chocolate. I struggled a lot in my early 20s with skin, and I found out that it was because of milk and chocolate. So if you are having skin problems, cut those out and just test and see if that is your problem too. I'm sorry, but it's probably true. Always stand up for yourself and your morals and your beliefs, whether that's with a boss or a friend or a partner or a parent. It doesn't matter who. Don't let people talk you into doing things that make you uncomfortable or acting in a way that makes you uncomfortable or that doesn't jive with your morals. You are an adult. You are allowed to speak up for yourself, and if you need to take yourself out of certain situations, then do it. Be careful who you share things with, who you pour your heart out to, who you tell your secrets to, who you share your future plans with, because not everyone is rooting for you. And there will be people, it's unfortunate, and this is something, again, I had to learn in my early 20s, there will be people who will smile in your face and will be talking shit behind your back. It's insane. It's pathological, psychological, crazy people behavior, but not everyone is rooting for you, and you won't always know who those people are because they will smile at you. So just make sure you really know who people are. Your parents are human, and they are doing this for the first time ever. Like ever. They're all of life, parenting, everything. They are human and they're doing it for the first time ever. I don't feel like much more needs to be said about that. And the last one is that nothing lasts forever. The good, the bad. So enjoy the good times. Always be prepared in life for anything. When you're going through a hard time, it's not gonna last forever. I feel so lucky that I've made it to 29 years. I'm excited to turn 30. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I know it's different from what I normally do, so we'll be back to the jewelry making content, but I really hope that this video could help someone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.